Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mitchell Stacy, but you guys can call me Siitae. First and foremost, are you guys liking this fall look, this ombre look? Oh, whatever. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you 5 tips on how to be an independent body, to be an independent babe, right? To be an independent chick, right? To be independent gal. So I'm going to be giving you 5 tips that worked for me that can possibly work for you. Before we begin this video, I do want to go ahead and say that it's through God's grace that I can and that I am. So always glory be to God. I think it's very important, whether you're in middle school, high school, college, a young adult woman, wherever you are, I think it's very important to develop a certain sense of independency. It's important to become independent in one way or another, just so that you don't find yourself becoming dependent on other things in your life. Does that make any sense? You don't want to become codependent on your man. You don't want to become codependent on your friends. You don't want to become codependent on your children. I don't know. I think it's very important to develop a sense of independency because, I think it's important to become independent because it just, honestly, for me, makes life overall happier. Like, I have something to look forward to. Like, I love my life. So I'm going to be giving you guys 5 tips on how you can do that. So number 1, get a job. Okay, so I don't, listen, I know some of you guys have like a desire to become, you know, a housewife or marry rich, and that's fine. I'm not gonna come for you. Do what you want, all right, love? Do what you want. But I'm just saying, getting a job can definitely help you develop, help you become more independent. I got my first job when I was 15, and I've worked ever since then. I didn't work for about a year or 2 when I was in college because I was facing a lot of burnout. Mentally, I was not okay, but I've been working since I was 15, and the reason why I recommend getting a job or getting something that pays you, or finding a work, if it's not a job, find a hobby that you consistently have to do that helps you become disciplined. Find volunteer a certain amount of hours a week. Find something that holds you accountable. Find something that helps you develop discipline, that helps you learn how to provide for yourself. Yes, when I was 15, I didn't have to pay bills like I do now. I didn't have to feed myself like I do now. But when I was 15, it allowed me to begin developing habits that I need in my adult life. And I'll forever be grateful to my 15-year-old self for starting that. So I recommend getting a job. And like at 15, you know, if you're 15 or 20 and you don't have bills to pay or anything, just like there's something so empowering, at least for me, about being able to buy my own things. Like, you know, like when I was 15, I was paying for my car insurance. To some people, it's not a lot. It's not a big thing, but I had my cute little Nissan Altima that I drove around Clive, Iowa, that I drove around West Des Moines, Iowa, Urbandale, you know what I'm saying? And I put my gas in there with my paycheck. I put that car insurance there with my paycheck, except for a couple months where I was like messy with it and my mom paid for half of it. But I did that, and that felt good. That felt so good to know I was providing for me. Or when I went to eat with friends and I pulled out my 20 and paid for me, that felt so good. That felt so good to be able to provide for myself. So like, I don't know, that's just something I would recommend. Consider getting a job, a way to provide for yourself and a way to build accountability. Number 2 on becoming more independent, own your decisions, ladies. Own, and men, if you're watching, own your decisions. Listen, you only get one life. All right, you have one life to live, and you better live it like you mean it, okay? Own every decision that you make. One thing that I used to struggle with was getting caught up in, is this the right decision? Is this the wrong decision? Is this gonna lead me down a hole I don't wanna end up in? Is this gonna take me to paradise? And the thing is, own every decision that you make, because whether it's a right or wrong decision, it is helping you on this thing called life. It's helping you on this journey called life. And that also is very empowering to know, like, okay, that may not have gone as I wanted it to, but I'm proud of myself for being able to make that decision. I cannot expect to always make the best decision, but what I can expect to do is make the decision that is best for me in that moment. So the decision I would have made at 15 is not the decision I'm going to make at 20. The decision that I'm making at 21 is not the decision I'm going to make at 31. But every decision that I make, I'm owning it, because this is my life, right? I'm living this life for me. So I'm gonna be friends with who I want to be friends with. I'm going to date who I want to date. I'm going to work where I want to work. I'm going to live where I want to live. I'm going to pursue this passion because I want to pursue it. I'm going to decide to spend this money here because I want to spend it here. I'm going to decide to tell this person this because I want to tell them this. I'm going to decide to react like this, to react like this. And although this may not be the right choice, this may not be a wrong choice either, I'm making the decision that is best for me in this moment. I am making this decision for me. And ladies, that is so empowering. Like, it's so empowering to be able to say, like, I chose to do that. And it may not have been the best one, but I chose to do that. Number 3 on how to become more independent: up your responsibilities. And this is gonna vary from age to age. So for example, like when I was 15, okay, maybe if 15 is kind of like young for some folks, I upped my responsibility. I paid for my car insurance, right? I paid for my phone bill, or I put gas in my car, right? When I was in college, I lived in the dorms my freshman year in a double, and then I decided to live in a single my sophomore year, where I shared the kitchen and the bathroom with another person across the kitchen and bathroom. That upped my responsibilities because I had to take care of my room and keep it clean. I was more responsible that way. I had to feed myself. Not that I cooked, but that was something I was responsible for, keeping the bathroom clean, all of these different things. And then after that year, I upped my responsibilities again. I lived in my apartment, my very first time living in an apartment. It was a 3-bedroom, but I only lived in it with one other person. This time, I was responsible for paying bills, utilities, responsible for buying groceries. Again, I didn't cook much, but you know what? I tried my best. Responsible for keeping the home clean, and although I tried my best, sometimes I was a little depressed, okay, and it got a little messy, but it was just increasing my responsibilities. I got a car, making sure that the gas was paid, making sure there was gas in the car insurance, is it paid every month, is it done? Health, taking care of my health, making my own appointments. Like, come on now, you know, in college we're so used to our parents making our appointments, so it's kind of like upping your responsibilities. Now my responsibilities are higher this year. I live by myself. I work a full-time job now, right? I'm not eating out as often, so I definitely cook at home. This is something I didn't do previously. Although I had a kitchen, I wasn't using it. So upping my responsibilities in a way that is helping me and benefiting me as a young adult woman. Again, this is so empowering. I'm sorry, but it is so freaking empowering to know that every year or every few years, I'm increasing my level of responsibility, and it's not in a way that's too overwhelming. It's not in a way that's going to like put me like 6 feet under. It's just enough to challenge me. It's just enough to motivate me to reach my potential. It's just enough to become the best version of myself each and every single year. I don't want to stay stagnant in this life, and I always want to become a better version of myself, but in a way that is healthy, you know, playing in a way that's healthy. And I definitely recommend just upping your responsibilities. How can you up your responsibilities? If you're in middle school or in high school, maybe help out around the house a little bit more. If your mom's the one who's always doing laundry, it's like, hey mom, can I do the laundry? Hey mom, can I wash the dishes? Hey mom, or hey dad, can I mow the lawn? Hey, can you teach me this? Can you teach me that? This year, upping my responsibilities. So my old car, so insert story time here. My old car, Misa, and Bertha, I had to break up with her because she kept breaking down everywhere, so I had to buy a new car. And although my father helped me look for a new car, I upped my responsibilities a little bit and learned about cars, like mileage, all this stuff, like how to take care of a car, like all this stuff that I would expect my dad to know, or all this stuff that I would expect my guy friends or a significant other to know. I took it upon myself to learn that, and it could be dumb to some of y'all, but it was a way for me to up my responsibilities and take better care of the equipment that I got. So yeah, broke up with Bertha and got with Timothy, my new car, because Timothy doesn't break down everywhere. It treats me so much better than Bertha ever did. But that's besides the point. Not me personifying the car. But yeah, up your responsibilities. Make sure it's not overwhelming. Make sure it's enough to challenge you, but it's not enough to put you like down or whatever. Number 4, ladies, financial management. Financial management. I don't know how many times I have to say this. I'll say this till the day I die, all right? Financial management is very, very important. How you manage your finance. This is also very empowering because it's like, I know what I'm doing with my finances, all right? I know where they're going. I have a responsibility to this. Like, it's so empowering to pay my bills. It's so empowering to put gas in my car. It is so empowering to do these things. Not saying that I don't ask for help every once in a while. Like, I asked my brother to help me develop a budget plan that's going to get me where I want. That's going to help me get where I want to be at 22. That's going to help me get to where I want to be at 23. I'm trying to be debt free, baby, okay? So I asked my older brother, who has more financial wisdom, to help me create a 3-year plan to get to where I want to be, debt free. All right. I want to be debt free by 23. So okay. So financial management is very, 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 very important, and it can vary from age to age. It could start off with, like, if you're in middle school or high school, I would recommend just saving your coins, you know, save a little bit. Maybe like put off $5 a month. Saving is something I really struggled with. I'm not gonna lie. I love to spend, and this is something I had to like put an end to this year. But start saving, start small. If you're in college, make expenses an income sheet. So how much money is coming in, how much money is coming out. Now I'm telling you, there was a point in my life where my expenses were more than my income, but it was kind of like, you know what, it's alright. But I did it, you know, I was creating that expenses and income sheet. Not that I was using it right, but it's the thought that counts. And with time, I got better at utilizing it. And now I'm like really about it, right? My expenses and my income, making sure that I have fixed expenses, making sure that I'm getting to a point that I want to get to. Financial management is very, very important. If you're in college, I know I went to the University of Iowa and we had, is it the Pomeranz Career Center? I don't know, maybe it's the financial aid building. Maybe any university with a financial aid office, you can literally go in there and say, hey, can you guys help me make a budget? Can you guys like help me get my financial life together? And they will help you. You know, when that your refund comes or extra money comes or whatever it may be, as a young adult it may be, or in college it's a little tricky, it's a little tough to manage those finances. But just get the help of someone a lot older, wiser, and more mature than you, who has experienced it. We do not have to figure these things out on our own. There's resources everywhere. YouTube, your parents, like I know you don't like to listen to your parents, but your parents know a little something. And my dad is definitely someone who I would definitely go to with financial management. My mom, my siblings, there's friends who are really good at managing their finances. Just ask when you need help. But yeah, financial management to me is also another area where I feel very empowered. It's like, I know what money's coming in and I know where it's going. That is so tasty to me. It's so delicious. And number 5, how to be more independent. So this might be a little for some people, but I think it's very important to include in here, and I think I talk about it a lot in a lot of my videos. But take accountability for your life, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. This is definitely going to help you become more independent, because when you know yourself, right, it's harder for you to become entangled in other people's, I don't know what word I would use, but it's harder for you to lose you. When you know yourself emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically, it's harder for you to lose yourself in other people. Does that make any sense? It's just harder to lose yourself. I take wellness. I love, like, wellness is so important to me. It's like up here: emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical wellness. Physical, I'm working on it, all right, but it's so important to me. Emotionally, I journal. If I'm feeling I journal. Like, I journal all my emotions. I journal every single day, just so I can make sure that my emotions aren't all over the place and that they're not leading me. Spiritually, I stay connected to the Father, to the Lord Almighty. I stay connected to God, all right? Because spiritually, that helps me not lose myself. When I am following the guidance of the good Lord, I'm okay. Mentally, I will do what I need to do to stay mentally sane. I will do what I need to do, all right? If that means I have to not speak to people today, that's what I'm gonna do. If that means I have to go into hermit mode for 2 weeks in order to sort my thoughts out, I'm gonna do what I need to do. If that means I have to go to a therapist, I'm gonna do what I need to do. If that means I have to call my siblings, my mom, my dad, my friends, I'm gonna do what I need to do. That means I need to take a nappy nap, I'm gonna do what I need to do. Like, I'll do what I need to do in order to remain emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically balanced. And I think that you guys should as well. But okay, so those were the 5 tips that I have on how to be more independent. If you guys have more tips, please go ahead and leave them down below. There's a plethora of things that you can do in order to become a more independent version of yourself. I highly recommend becoming more independent because it's just so freeing. It really is. There's freedom and independence. It's very empowering, especially as a woman in today's society. Like, there's something so about being able to say, like, I don't need you, I want you. What? Like, I'm telling you guys, there's something so, like, for everything in this life, like, and like, I'm not saying to, like, it's not like in a discarding people type of way or like being rude to people type thing. It's just like, I got me, you know, I got me, and that's awesome to me. Like, I have you in my life because I want you in my life, because I want to love, I want to appreciate, I want to value you, I want to, but it's not by force and it's not by fire, because I got me. Y'all don't like that? You don't like that? You don't like that? Okay. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and give this video a like, a comment, and subscribe to join the Love and Peace family. May God keep you, may God bless you. Without further ado, see you next time.